What screams I'm getting older? I always thought it was a joke that old people could tell when the weather was changing because their joints hurt. I now sympathize completely. I'm 19 and since I was 16 I'm getting mad headaches about a day before the weather changes. Guess I'm old? Carrot carrot. That's probably changes in the barometric pressure and clogged sinuses. I've been getting toothaches every change of seasons since my late teens early 20s, but my teeth are fine. When you manage to hurt yourself sleeping. I had a testicular injury caused by a freak sleeping accident. A loose pillow somehow got caught up. I rolled over, tore things right up. Can you say ouch? Turn this into a detailed Tifu post. Yes, what a horrible way to wake up. Wanting to be home by 10 p.m. every night. 10? Okay, night owl. I want to be in bed asleep by 10 p.m. 8:30 p.m. It's getting late. I have to wake up at 5:30 every morning for work and I feel personally attacked right now. That's past my bedtime. In bed by 7 or 7:30. I'm so glad I'm not alone. The life of a student who actually cares about school. I used to be able to knock out an all-nighter playing video games. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. was a piece of cake. Now it's starting to become hard to the point I say fuck, it's already 1. Switching on the news and realizing that people who could have been in your high school class are now running the world. I still can't get used to the fact that people I knew in school who partied with me and were silly and childish are now doctors. Like, they could actually treat me. I don't why, but it's just weird to me. The girl who bullied me in high school is now a PA in my hometown at the doctor's office my mom goes to and it's just so bizarre. Does she still bully you? No, I live 2,000 miles away now. Even when I go back home we have separate circles and such. Never bumped into her once since we graduated. Being highly offended because several potential presidential candidates are younger than you. Especially if 2 of them are Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. Looking up musicians and thinking what was I doing at that age. My parents love pointing out the NFL players years younger than me and saying wow $15 million contract at 21. What were you doing then? They're the nicest most passive aggressive people I've ever met. Shoot, I would throw it right back at them. Really, mom did? And what were you doing at that age? Imagine the kind of parents that guy must have had. Whoop, that's good, I'll use this if it ever comes up. I used something similar to this with my mother recently. She got livid. Silver because this comment embodies everything I've wanted to say to my passive aggressive mother for my entire life. This is excellent. Source, I'm parent. This would devastate. No, because then you open up the possibility of your dad looking you dead in the eye and going your mom or your mom going your dad. It's equal opportunity cringe. When filling forms, I have to choose another age group now that I'm older. That hits really hard. Especially if your age group is the last one. 65 plus checking in. I hadn't thought about that, but it does put a pretty fine point on it, doesn't it? They should have another group for 130 plus, just for fun and to detect bots. Also, you have to scroll down so far to find your birth year. Keep going. Keep going. Oh look, there it is. On these drop-down lists, why are there always options for birth years? That would indicate a user is younger than 6. I doubt very much that a 6-year-old would have thought processes that lead him to sign up for a mountain biking website or what have you. When you start counting the friends you have left. Friends? Yeah, what are friends? Friends are people that you think are your friends, but they really your enemies, with secret identities and disguises to hide their true colors. So just when you think you close enough to be brothers, they want to come back and cut your throat when you ain't looking. What is money? Money is what makes a man act funny. Money is the root of evil. Money'll make them same friends come back around, swearing that they was always down. I don't know if you mean being so old that your friends are passing away, but I would also say getting wise to what and who real friends are. At 40 I found myself critically evaluating my friends. I'm now back to a small circle, ironically of people who I've been friends with middle school. Easy. 0. Moving your bed from the corner of the room to the middle. Yes. Still young. Not for too long. There's 2 reasons for this. You have your own place with more than one room, so you don't need to maximize space. You have someone else who wants to be able to get into bed without crawling over you. Not necessarily an old person thing. Now get off my lawn. Why would you do this? Seems like a waste of space. Not everyone sleeps alone is why you do it. You just killed a man. Burn. Because some adult beds have drawers on either side. Also, the adult art of interior design. Well, you're typically no longer living in a dorm or tiny apartment, so the bed actually becomes the focal point of the bedroom. Also, you're less likely to wake your partner up when you get up in the middle of the night after an adult sleepover. Getting really excited about that new vacuum you just bought. New lawnmower here, plus a new power washer that I haven't tried yet. Big plans for Sunday. Power washers always make me giddy. We bought a riding mower and it's the best thing ever. New dishwasher installed the other day and I'm straight up giddy. I'm only 21 and I got extremely excited for my new vacuum. Lol. Christmas and other holidays don't feel the same anymore. Yep, they feel like more of a chore now. The secret is you need to get high on sugar. The secret is to get high. I've grown to hate holidays. Such a chore to shop, cook, plan which family to visit on what day. Ugh, we have to go to church. I would rather stay at home and enjoy my time off of work by doing nothing. Oddly enough, my opinion shifted on Christmas. Loved it as a kid, then hated it after high school, but now in my 30s, I love it. I think part of it is how we changed the way we do Christmas with our family. Now we draw names and only shop for one person each and have a spending limit. We make it more about family than gifts. They will feel different again when you enter the next age bracket. Don't worry. Usually goes like this. Kids love them for free time and presents. Teenagers hate them because embarrassment. And it is cool to hate young adults, dislike them due to having to see everyone parents endure them due to having to set it all up. Elderly start to enjoy them again since you finally get to see all your still loving family. Seeing kids you used to babysit fully grown and getting ready to have their own kid. My sister's elementary school friends are all popping out kids. It's pretty weird. You might want to reword that. Put are grown up now and between friends and are. My sister and her friends are popping out kids at the elementary school. It's pretty weird. Kids I used to teach music to now do it professionally and are much better than I ever was. Seeing a friend from high school and knowing that their kids are in high school. Actual conversation I had with an old college friend. Me, please tell me your daughters aren't in college. Huh, my daughters aren't in college anymore. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why did they drop out? They died of old age. That's a conversation they had in the afterlife. Bonus points if you go to meet your so's parents and they're people you went to high school with. Dude, that's at least an 18-year age gap. It's actually about a 14-year gap. Her mom got pregnant at 13. Classic rock stations playing 90s. When I was a kid, they weren't even called classic rock stations, they were called oldies stations. I remember oldies stations playing mostly 50s tunes. Dunno when that went away. Golden oldies. Yeah, the oldest classic rock split was right at the British invasion. I heard Linkin Park on our local classic rock station. This was last week. I'm still trying to cope. Chester's death may have accelerated that. Their discography is finalized. They won't be releasing new singles. They are not relevant on a top 100 station. When did Motley Crue become classic rock? And when did Ozzy become an actor? I talked to someone in his mid-20s, and he had no idea who the Smashing Pumpkins were. As a 27-year-old who grew up listening to them, I'm pretty sure they just didn't grow up listening to rock. going to Home Depot and unironically showing interest in doorknobs. Unironically saying what a knob whilst looking at them. This shade of brass would go great with my lamp.